Okay, so the first step here is just checking if our web host is ready. So what's happened here is that you've just registered your domain and organized hosting. And if you need help with that, then that's outside the scope of this video series, but certainly get a web designer to give you a hand with that. Okay, so if you go to your new domain, type it into a browser window, and you see a screen like this, basically that means, yep, you're ready to install something. These are system folders. You probably won't see this demos one because I've just created that on mine. But basically, when you see this kind of screen, or perhaps a welcome screen from your web host, then your web host is ready. And we can go on to the next step. And the next step is to actually install a content management system of some kind. Now, there are manual ways of doing this, but we're just going to use CPanel because your web host probably gave you some kind of control panel. Now, the way to get to that is on the end of your website address, you put a colon and then 2082. Generally on all web hosts, 2082 will take you to your control panel, and 2095, as a matter of interest, will take you to your webmail. So 2082 will work, and you'll get taken to a cPanel screen like this. Either that, sometimes if you type in a / and then cPanel, that might work as well. So let's try that. Yes, redirecting, and here we are at 2082 again. So there we are at cPanel, and we just need to log in here, which I'm going to do in a moment. And these login details will have come from your web host. Don't get them confused with your domain name registration. This is your web host username and password. Okay, and so now we've logged in, and this is generally the screen that presents itself. Now there'll be a pop-up, generally speaking, when you first log in, and if you're new to cPanel, you might want to just go through the getting started tutorial. I'm okay, so I'll just close that. So let's have a look around here. This is the cPanel or control panel, and we've got some tools here that we're going to need. For example, we're going to need to be able to set up some email accounts. These are sometimes referred to as users on your hosting, but it's not the same as users on your website, and it's important not to get confused there, but you can set up your email accounts there. This file manager we're going to need because that allows us to look around and manage files on our website. Don't be scared about that. That's not much different from the file manager you use on your own computer. And then there's a lot more tools here, but we're looking for something that gives us an apps installer. Now this one's called Softaculous. It's basically just a script that allows you to install different types of web apps on your website here, and one of them is WordPress, and that's the one we're going to use. But there are others. Joomla, for example, which is another really popular content management system. But we're going to use Softaculous to install WordPress for us, and that just makes the process a bit easier. Your cPanel may have a slightly different script installer. Another one could be Fantastico, for example, but they operate very similarly. So we're going to go ahead and install WordPress next.